distribution system in India is not addressing those audiences. The Indian citizen doesn't need to know, or he doesn't have the stomach to bear what is being done in his name in the valley. I'm looking at one of the boy characters will be hopefully will be somebody from Bombay, from Bollywood star. Hi, I'm Ashvin Kumar and you're watching Bollywood Hungama. The reason I released Inshallah Kashmir online was because Inshallah Football, the film before that, was banned by the Indian Censor Board. Yeah. And they wasted 6 months of my time, which can be death for a film. Okay. And for a documentary, to then it's a coffin and you forget about it. So instead of allowing them to do this again, when I got ready with Inshallah Kashmir, Republic Day happened to be coming up at the end of that editing period. And I said, let's just forget about it. We're not going to make any revenues from this film in any case because the Censor Board will never pass it, I think. So, 26th of January, let's release it online. But this one managed to get over 100,000 hits and 50,000 views, full views. Now you're talking about an 80-minute documentary being watched on very slow internet connections that we have here in India.
The State Human Rights Commission admitted to 2,156 unidentified bodies from 38 unmarked graves in Kashmir.
It tells you a lot about the fact that maybe the distribution system in India is not addressing those audiences. That Bollywood is great, let it be where it is. But that's not the only thing that should run. Having these artificial barriers, whether it's the Indian Censor Board or the Indian distribution system, they're just coming in the way between the filmmaker and his audience. They should be done away with. One distributor with one sort of very restricted mindset is deciding ये picture नहीं चलेगी, and then that's it. Then you wait for 4 years for a release. Nowadays, it's even expected that if you are holding a girl's hand on Valentine's Day, some goon from Bajrang Dal will come and beat you up, right? But when the esteemed board members of the Doon School do the same thing, which is basically they censor your film and they throw it into the can, and they put you in such a legal network that you just can't get out of it. My case, the Doon School took me to court on alleged defamatory scenes in a film which was shot on their campus. The script was circulated 6 months in advance and regularly circulated thereafter as new drafts were being written. And it was screened by them to 5,000 of their own boys. After which they decided to restrict the circulation of the film, and they approached the district court in Dehradun and they took an interim, what is supposed to be an interim relief, i.e. a stay order, till the judge can decide what to do in the case. Till today, it's been 1 year. February last year this happened. Till today, my case has not even been heard. My 1 year of work is gone. 40 children who worked on that film, both behind and in front of the camera, whose film it is actually, they have been denied from using the film in their portfolios, for their college admissions, and so on. So this is a perfect example of an institution in the first few steps of its decline, run by a bunch of people who really cannot see beyond their nose. And I have discussed with any number of Doon School ex-students, and none of them seem to have a problem. At least the younger lot don't seem to have a problem. They said, what have you shown which doesn't happen? In fact, they tell me you've shown very little. The real ragging and hazing and bullying that goes on, and I know myself because I went to the same school. I know what I went through. If I had shown any of that, that would have been really sensational. Look, you cannot make a movie about a boarding school and pretend that there's no ragging. Then please call some ad filmmaker to make the film. Don't call Ashvin Kumar. And this is a problem that we're having in India all the time. Nobody wants to see the problem in Kashmir. The kind of repression and kind of horrific situation in which that valley has suffered. And I'm not talking about just the militants, I'm talking about ordinary civilians. This is a really bad thing. How can you have a whole state in your country under martial law, which is what it is right now in Kashmir. Those people who spoke to me honestly confessed whatever had happened to them. Can you imagine what can happen to them even today? They can get picked up and disappear without anyone even knowing where they are. Can you imagine the guts it takes to get on camera and speak to you? And I said, are you afraid of dying? That is how close death is in that valley. Because you think the Indian citizen doesn't need to know, or he doesn't have the stomach to bear what is being done in his name in the valley. Well, I'm writing a film called Hype, which is set in urban India, urban Delhi. And it's about a young woman, about 21, 22 young woman. Basically has a lot of aspirations to be in the high society, fashion, parties and a lot of drugs sort of scene. It's a love story, and that's about all I can say about it right now. I'm looking at one of the boy characters hopefully will be somebody from Bombay, from Bollywood star, but not one of the big guys, but somebody coming close to that.